Hello. Okay, so I'm not much of a reactionary person, but we'll see how this Nintendo Direct goes. Don't know if I'll ever be as happy as I was when Banjo was announced for Smash. That was my favorite Smash announcement. There's nothing I want more in Smash than Banjo. So that's all we know for sure is coming out in this Direct. That's it. We know nothing else. Everything else is rumors. But Sakurai did tweet that there's going to be Smash information. So I don't know what that would be other than a fighter, because I thought Sakurai also said they're not adding anything else to the game. Like they're not adding any more game modes or anything. Unless that was only for the previous Fighters Pass, but I don't think that's what he meant. I think we're not going to get any more game modes. So it's just going to be a fighter, music, and stage. I'm not expecting this fighter to be announced or to be released right away. Hang on a second. Why is it not showing? Why is it not? Oh, I'm on console. That's why. There we go. Sure, this isn't showing. Some old tape there. Okay, so I'm not sure. And I gotta. My computer's making a bunch of noises. Rayman? Rayman, I would like for sure. Not expecting Rayman, but I would definitely like it. There is the speculation of that ice crystal in the battlefield, that there's Rayman inside of it and he's gonna like break out. And so what I thought was, or was it someone else that tweeted it, or I don't remember if it was my idea or someone else tweeted it, but so like when Sephiroth came out, Cloud got a new Final Smash just for when he attacks Sephiroth. Not anybody else, only Sephiroth. So I'm wondering, what if they also change the battlefield so that the ice crystal that Rayman is supposedly stuck inside of is gone after the update where they add Rayman as a fighter? Like the trailer is he just breaks out of the ice and then they get rid of that to show like, yeah, he's gone now. So yeah, the speculation was right. That'd be cool, but I'm not going to expect it. I don't want to expect anything. What I would like is there to not be another bipedal fighter. So I don't want just another character walking on two legs and he attacks with his arms or some sort of weapon he's holding. I would like something that's on four legs. So maybe Spyro, just because of that. That's the only four-legged character I can think of that would have a chance. But there could be some sort of Japanese character I've never heard of that gets announced again. Like, I think I barely heard of Persona before Joker was announced in Smash, and then I heard a bunch of people talking about it after that. Like, I started learning about what Persona was as a game franchise. And I never heard of Terry before. Apparently, a lot of other people have, but I've never heard of Terry until Smash. It looks like he's from a classic kind of Super Nintendo game fighter franchise, like a Street Fighter. Just learned Persona, then watched. Oh, there's an anime of it. I mean, it is an anime kind of game. I just didn't know there was an actual anime of it, because I know there's a lot of anime style games where there's not actually a show. I learned, I think it was like right after I got Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, because when Bayonetta got announced for Smash on Wii U, on Smash 4, I was like, why did this character get voted for instead of Banjo? Because I'd never even heard of Bayonetta, so I bought Bayonetta 2 because that was the game that was on the Wii U, just to see like, why is this character so popular? I didn't know anything about the game, and first cutscene, like, how did this character get into Smash with all those zoom ins and close ups and camera angles in the very first cutscene of Bayonetta 2? You can find that on YouTube, by the way, if you want to know what I'm talking about. And Nintendo really has, or Sakurai has really pushed the limit on what can qualify as a valid character for Smash with Bayonetta from this R-rated game, or, not R-rated, M-rated game. That's R is for movies. And then Piranha Plant. He's not even like a main protagonist or antagonist. He's just like some random enemy. Like we could get a Koopa for all we know now as a fighter in Smash, just because I mean there's so many different types of Koopas, like there's so many different types of Piranha Plants. Yeah, Bayonetta, I mean they did have to censor her clothes because in Bayonetta 2, I think is yeah, Bayonetta 2 is what they based her main clothes on. Then she also has the secondary outfit for Bayonetta 1. But in Bayonetta 2, she has like these like almost rips in the back of her leggings. And they got rid of that in Smash. So they did have to censor Bayonetta for sure. And in the game lore, all of her clothes is her hair. So I think it's also in her final Smash, or like her clothes come off and you just see like this swirling black vortex of her hair like censoring her as she's doing her final Smash. And she's supposed to be a witch, and I think it was like supposed to be based on some like medieval lore on witches, and like witches would try to seduce men into falling for them. And so that's why they sexualized Bayonetta, is because it's based on lore of like how people perceived actual witches in the past. Of course, she didn't like. I don't know actually. I don't know all of what people thought of witches back then, but apparently they thought that witches were very much trying to seduce men. And yeah, that's the only thing I know about that. And then the like the witch hat and being an old hag or whatever, and then having like some giant chin and skin blemishes and stuff is actually like some from something else in the medieval times, like just old women or something, some stereotype. And then for some reason that got mixed with witches. I'm not sure why. You don't like Bayonetta? The the character itself is really cheesy. I mean, but the gameplay itself is actually a really fun beat 'em up game. I played the game not knowing anything about it, and I was surprised that I actually liked a beat 'em up game, which is kind of why I started playing Age of Calamity, because I thought I like Bayonetta. I mean, this is the same thing except Zelda and not M-rated. It's I think is the first Age of Calamity rated T. Oh, the censoring. Oh, wait, you don't like Bayonetta herself, or you don't like the censoring of her in Smash? Because the censoring is, I mean, they wouldn't have to censor any of the characters if they didn't care what the game was rated, but because they're trying to keep the game at a certain age rating, they have to censor some characters depending on the countries that they're in. Oh, you don't like Bayonetta herself? Yeah. As the game lore, I mostly like I mean, I've always liked giant monsters. I grew up playing Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. I like Digimon for a very, very short time, but Pokemon beat them for sure. Digimon was just a clone of Pokemon. I haven't played Temtem. I'd kind of like to try it, but like for Shiny Hunt, or what are they called? They're Lumens instead of Shinies. Lumen hunting. It doesn't seem quite as satisfying if I don't know if Temtem is going to be an entire series, because then I'm just going to do all this Lumen hunting and I'm just going to lose everything. Temtem, it's sort of a Pokemon knockoff. It's on PC. I don't think it's on Switch. It's very, very much like Pokemon. It's a definite Pokemon clone. And I don't remember like if there's something that they've tried to like improve upon Pokemon, like if they tried to do better animations than the current Pokemon games or what. Because Pokemon animations have definitely have objectively gotten worse since the other 3D Pokemon games, like Pokemon Stadium on the Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, or if you're in Japan, Pokemon Stadium 1, 2, and Gold and Silver. They had way better animations on the 64 over 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago, they had better animations. Then they reused those animations, which were still good, and I didn't complain about, in Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, and Pokemon Colosseum. Then they reused those animations again, and then just up-res some of the 3D models in Pokemon Battle Revolution. And the Pokemon actually ran up to each other for physical attacks. And it wasn't just the animations in terms of like the Pokemon 3D models that were better, but the actual like physics of the attacks, or like how the rain looked and everything. Like rain actually looked like clear water droplets that fell, and then you would get some like water droplets that would kind of run down the front of the screen like it was a window. And that was actually really cool. Probably would be on Switch if it's a clone. I have to check. Let's actually check. I like how I can just use my Switch as a tablet. That's really convenient. I don't have to plug my controllers in to use it. Browse, let's see. Forget if it's one word or 2 words, Temtem. I don't see it when I search 2 words. Let's try 1 word. Temtem, nope, it is not on Switch. So it's only on PC then. Oh, probably won't be on Switch. Okay. Autocorrect. All right, so we got 14 minutes left. What I really hope for Smash, I don't know what we're going to get. It's really unpredictable at this point. But what I hope for is it is the 35th anniversary of both Zelda and Metroid as franchises. So I hope we get Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Give it the exact same treatment that we got for the Mario 3D collection. The exact same treatment. Up-res some of the textures. That's it. Make the controls work for the Switch. One thing I would hope they would do for if they release it on the Switch is they make it so that you can have both the GameCube controllers for the GameCube and the Wii controls for Metroid Prime 1 and 2, because those were released on the GameCube, but on the trilogy on the Wii, you had to use Wii remotes. You couldn't plug your GameCube controller and then play it that way. And that made some of the bosses really hard, like the Omega Pirate on Metroid Prime 1, I got stuck on because I couldn't turn around fast enough, because to turn, you had to point towards the edge of the screen, but if you pointed towards just a little bit too far off the screen, you wouldn't turn at all. And so I would keep on getting shot by all these other enemies while I was battling the Omega Pirate on the hard mode. Is it called hard mode, or is it called the hyper mode? I don't remember if the hyper mode is only on Metroid Prime 3 or if that's all of them. Anyway, whatever the hard mode is called. But I would get shot too many times because I couldn't turn around, because I'm trying to point exactly at the very edge of the screen so I can turn around fast. But then in order to lock onto an enemy, then you have to turn away towards the middle of the screens, and it makes the game really difficult. Oh yeah, and then a Zelda collection would also be nice. I'd also be really happy if they had a Skyward Sword HD released on Switch. That is going to require motion controls. The game is designed around motion controls. There's no way around it. But at least with my controller, maybe it was just my controller that was the issue, but when I played Skyward Sword on the Wii, I had controller issues. When I tried to get Link to point the sword up, I would point it up and he just wouldn't quite lift it up all the way, and I would like point backwards or like turn my controller in an awkward position sometimes to get it to work. And so I would die to a lot of enemies and stuff because I'm trying to point my sword when I need to attack. When I need to point my sword straight up in order to attack them. So you want Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Wind Waker. That'd be nice. Not sure if they would do... I guess they did for Mario, so maybe they could do multiple consoles. I I would prefer Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to get full on remasters rather than be collections where they're just the exact same game again. They sort of got like minor remasters on the 3DS, which was kind of nice, but I didn't like the redesign of Link. I didn't like how they gave him the anime eyes. I liked the originals on the 64 where Link, both as an adult and a child, looked more like they were trying to actually look somewhat realistic for what the 64 could do. And that's why I really like Twilight Princess. And Twilight Princess was made to look very realistic because of Wind Waker, because people complained about Wind Waker looking so cartoony. So then Nintendo went the complete opposite direction of looking cartoony to looking hyper realistic. And I really liked that. But as a franchise, I mean, it's really cool that I think they do it on purpose where they try to do a different art style every single game of the Zelda franchise, or at least the console ones anyway. The handheld ones always seem to be cartoony. Like we had Phantom Hourglass, which I played. I haven't played Spirit Tracks. I got it used recently. Well, not that recently. It was actually like 2 or 3 years ago, but I never played it. And now that I stream, I feel bad trying a game for the first time without streaming it. So I don't want to play Spirit Tracks unless I can get like a DS or a 3DS with a capture card so I can stream myself playing it. Those are the only and the only those are the only 3D only handheld Zelda games. No wait, there was also, what was it? Not Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. That was also cartoony. And now the Switch is a mix between the two. So they're both cartoony in their own, not really cartoony. Breath of the Wild is made to look more like an oil painting. Is That's the design they're going for, and that's actually kind of cool, especially for the time period that Zelda is supposed to be from. An oil painting art style for the entire game really makes sense. Uh, yeah, Wind Waker yeah, on the Wii U. Yeah, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the Wii U. I wish I could play Twilight Princess on the Wii U with my Wii remote and nunchucks because I prefer those controls over the Wii U gamepad. I really like being able to actually swing my controller and point on the screen. And I know Nintendo can do that. They can make it so you can use the Wii U gamepad or the Wii remote because they allowed you to do that in Pikmin 3 on the Wii U. You could play with the Wii U gamepad or the Wii remote and nunchuck. And that was really cool. They had the option. So I don't know why they didn't do that for Twilight Princess. I mean, you're going to have the gamepad on, so I guess you could. I guess maybe they would have to have the gamepad for the pause menu because of the way they set it up. But still, I don't know. Like, there's nothing extra they added that like. It's not like you need an extra button to do anything in the Wii U version of Twilight Princess. Like, you're not going to run it. Like, you don't have too few buttons on the Wii remote and nunchuck because I mean they do have fewer buttons on the Wii. We actually got wait, I read that. Maybe 3 other games on the Game Boy for a collection. That'd be interesting. I heard Spawnwave talking about that, getting uh handheld Zelda remakes, remasters, or collection. One game I would really like to get an actual remaster would be Minish Cap. I really like Minish Cap. That was a really good game. Minish Cap was I remember I borrowed that game from my uncle and played all the way through it, and that was really fun. And then I managed to find it at a store at one of those mom and pop shops, which I think closed down after the one time I ever went there. No, I think I went there twice. I think I went there once, and then like after I got another paycheck, I went back there and bought some other games, including one for my brother. Forget what it was that I got for him. Some 64 game, I think. Second best handheld. It was definitely up there. It's definitely up there. I haven't played many of the handheld Zelda games. I've only played Minish Cap and Phantom Hourglass. I really liked Phantom Hourglass, but apparently it wasn't that popular for a lot of people because, like, in the game, you instead of going to a different temple over and over again, or to different temples with different themes, you go back to the exact same temple once you've progressed. And when was the last time we actually got a Nintendo Direct? I know we haven't. This is the first one this year in 2021, but I don't remember when we got another one. Yeah, let me see. Let me see. Okay, volume looks good on the PC, so you'll be able to hear the Nintendo Direct. And one thing that I really liked actually was the way you walked around in Phantom Hourglass, and I'm pretty sure it would have been the same in Spirit Tracks. Is you touch the screen in the direction you want Link to move in, and back when the DS came out, the touchscreen was just so much fun to play with when I was a little kid. Because I remember I thought it was so cool when, like, I would go to a public place and there was like those computers that had touchscreen for like just doing bank stuff. I thought that was really cool. It was like, it wasn't an ATM, it was something else my mom would use, and I thought that was really cool just to kind of like play with, like, wow, this thing actually knows where I'm touching. That's really cool. Then when the DS came out, I remember my cousins got a DS and they didn't even have a game, but I enjoyed just like playing around and just drawing in the PictoChat. That was fun. And I really liked. I still like having a touchscreen. It's just really nice. Even the, I think I do prefer the pressure touchscreen that you use a stylus for instead of the one that senses the electricity in your finger, like that we have for tablets and smartphones. Because with those, even if you get a stylus for them, they can really easily get sticky, and then it's hard to slide around if you're trying to move things around the screen. All right, we got about less than 3 minutes left. Two and a half minutes. The hinge broke too easily. The hinge. What do you mean by the hinge? I need to blow my nose. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, under 2 minutes. A minute and a half. I like the countdown that they do on the live one. The countdown animation and the sounds that they do for it on the Nintendo Directs recently. I think like the past, I want to say like 3 Directs, they've done it. I don't know if that's something for YouTube, like that's part of YouTube, or if that's part of Nintendo Direct. If that's something Nintendo made themselves. Because they cut it out when they upload the full Direct later. All right, 159. We're getting close. I'm trying to make it so my chair is invisible. All right. Looking at the clock. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We are on our way. Less than 20 seconds. It's probably going to be delayed by about 5 seconds or so. Like when you watch Twitch streams. So let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2 o'clock. There it is. Less than a second of delay. Okay, COVID. All right, here we go. All right, what are we going to start with? What are we going to start with? Smash? Smash? Ooh, ooh. Wait. We're getting him Smash?
Pyra just disappeared.
Pyra and Rex? For Smash? Not just Mii Fighters? Or, I forget what her name is. I never even finished this game. Are we gonna get like whatever those creatures are? I forget what they're called. Little round egg things with the wing ear things that they use for hands.
I couldn't find her anywhere.
Is it just DLC for the game? Or a sequel?
It was as if she vanished off the face of Allrest. Without a trace.
Is this a Smash announcement or no?
I'll find you, whatever it takes.
Okay. He's looking for someone. For Pyra.
This is where you were. Pyra!
Yep, that's Final Destination. Final Destination. That's Final Destination. Final Destination.
I got an invitation to join Smash.
Yes! Wait, just Pyra? Is it just Pyra? Ooh, yes.
I was gonna be in Smash.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex. Behold the power.
Okay, so I was thinking they were gonna add like Rex in the background, sort of like Pokemon Trainer, but this is good.
You powered up your Smash attack with fire?
So they made Rex as a Mii Fighter costume, but not Pyra. So there you go. That might still be a quote-unquote rule.
Genius!
This is gonna be really interesting. It's another sword fighter and another bipedal character.
There are no pushovers.
What's our final smash? Are they gonna show it?
Talk about a tight spot. Mithra?
Oh, does she have one of those dodges like Bayonetta? Oh, wait, is she gonna transform? Yep. Mithra. We got Mithra.
Mithra!
Cutting it close, huh? Hey, were these
All right.
Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through.
So how is she going to be different? She gonna be like faster or looks like she's faster.
Ray of punishment. Chromazone. Foresight.
What's this definition?
You didn't even use that!
Fire, right here.
You two can swap between each.
Can I change the...
Serious fire.
Why is it on 360? 720.
Blinding speed. Together.
Uh-oh.
Nothing can stand our
Okay.
way.
Quite the spectacle, aren't they?
Wait, Ram?
And there's our new stage. So this is going to be a moving stage, right? It looks like it.
Monday by watch a while.
They're going to show all the Titans. Is that what they're called? I forget. I haven't played this game in such a long time.
There's some more.
Echo Fighters? Maybe. I'm not sure.
You're all mine. I'll lend you a hand.
There's the final smash. So we do got Rex in the final smash. Oh, wait. Oh, we have a different one for both Pyra and Mithra. Interesting. We never got that for other characters that transform like Joker.
Good to see you two again.
Now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Ooh, fighting words. You forget. We're fighters too!
All right, starting off with Smash. Looks like the Paper Mario won the stage.
I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
We have a Paper Mario stage. What?
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we
Seems like
haven't been able to
Smash.
present a Nintendo
It seems like they
Direct
like to
in this
put
style.
Smash as either the very beginning or the very end.
I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today.
Okay, he's happy. He happy. You happy, man?
Appreciate your continued support. Okay, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash
Yep.
Bros. Ultimate
We,
game.
we watched it.
Pyra
We saw.
Mythra.
We could still get Rayman. It's not. We still got. What is it? 3 more characters?
Please look forward
for this
to
DLC?
seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just a bit longer. All right, let's continue with our first batch of Nintendo
I'm not
Switch
gonna try to
games.
give my hopes up on it. Ooh, wait. Yes! We get this on Smash. Or not Smash. On Switch. This is what we need for Switch. This makes too much sense to have it on Switch. I don't know. It's great they're finally doing this. Because it's a party game with so many people. It's colorful, so it looks very Nintendo. It's very goofy and silly. So many costumes, like lots of Nintendo games do now.
Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system summer 2021.
It just fits perfectly with Nintendo.
You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed. Venture into the vast reaches
Outer
of space
Wilds?
to uncover the secrets left behind by an ancient
Another-
civilization.
It's supposed to be like Spore.
You have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated. However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered.
This looks a lot like Spore, but first person.
By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe. What messages will you discover?
Ooh.
How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar
Prevent the
system
sun from
trapped in an
exploding.
endless time loop?
You mean reverse gravity? I mean,
Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
Interesting.
Put your sleuthing skills to the test in 2 classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. 2
Okay.
deep cuts from Nintendo history.
Not my kind of
coming
game.
to North America for the first time.
It's another anime game, and I've never played a detective game. I'm not really into games where it's just all text.
Suspense, drama.
A guy named
Turns
Genshin.
await
Interesting.
at every corner. You'll be on the edge
My
of
hair
your
is stuck
seat
in my
as you
shirt. I think
dive
it
into
is.
These deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in
Eh.
a haunted village while dealing
Not my
with
kinda game.
amnesia. But that's not the only case to crack.
Yeah, a guy named Genshin. And I mean, I guess it's a
In
name.
the other game,
I mean, they could have named Genshin Impact after a Japanese name.
to free students from a sinister nightmare.
That's kind of coincidental that there's a character named Genshin very soon after a game called Genshin Impact comes out.
Can you figure out
Objection!
who the
Yeah,
culprit
that's what it
is
reminds me of.
before it's too late?
I don't even remember what that game is called. That game franchise. I've heard lots of people want that guy in Smash. I don't know how they would do that, but I mean, Sakurai can put Captain Falcon who never leaves his vehicle into Smash. They can
Uncover
come
the
up with
deadly
something.
Truth in Famicom Detective Club: The Missing Heir, and Famicom
Okay.
Detective Club: The
Not my
Girl
kind of
Who
game.
Stands Behind.
If you like that stuff, go ahead. I'm not saying like or anything like that kind of game. What we got
The
next?
new age of battles begins.
What's this? I like that effect. Looks like you're dropping water onto something that's like part of it absorbs the water. That character looks familiar. What is this? Some sort of port? What is this? That guy looks vaguely familiar. Samurai Warriors. I guess I've heard of... Maybe I've seen that before somewhere? Okay.
The latest entry in the
Probably mean a lot of
Samurai Warriors
games that I've never heard of
franchise
before.
coming to Nintendo Switch.
I grew up on like only Nintendo and then a little bit of PC here and there. Like I played The Sims, Spore, and Minecraft on PC, and then like some really small 2D games. Like I played a Rugrats game when I was little, when I was like 5, and then I had a Hot Wheels game when for Christmas when I was like 6.
Slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2021.
And I played like Putt Putt and Pajama Sam,
Fadiel beckons.
like some really small point and click games
After
for little
20 long
kids.
years, Legend of Mana featuring remastered
But I was never a
games,
huge PC gamer until
graphics,
very
and
recently when I actually got a gaming PC.
You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree
Is this
seen in a
some
dream.
franchise I'm supposed to know about?
Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels,
Is this
you acquire
the
special items called
Trial,
artifacts.
not Trial of Mana,
Use them
but
on
the
map
other
to bring towns,
Mana
dungeons,
games?
and other lands
Is that what
to
this
life.
is?
It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts.
Sort of
as
an
well as
old
how to
Final
advance the
Fantasy
story.
turn. Is this a turn-based game?
Join forces with characters, each on their own
I'm
personal
not seeing any
quests.
combat.
Square off against fearsome monsters.
Looks like a really furry
Or take a
Goron
break from
with bunny
adventure and
ears.
Rest up at home. The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version. and you
Oh,
can
so it is an
alternate
enhanced
between
version of
the
a game.
arrangement and the original soundtrack.
Okay.
Other features have been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land.
It looks like one of those,
Legend of
what were
Mana
those things
launched on
called? Where you
Nintendo
take care of a little
Switch
animal and you have to
June
make sure it doesn't
24th.
die? What were those things called again? I forget. I remember there's like a Pikachu version of it. Monster Hunter. Is this more information about that Monster Hunter game that's coming out? Is it Rises? Is that what it's called? Tamagotchi. Yeah, that's it. I remember those. Think I got one at one point, but then I lost it. Ooh, I like that. That's really cool. The spider with the like, instead of having webbed legs, it has webbed legs. Get it? That's really cool. The monsters in these games are really cool. I like monster designs in games, but when I tried playing, I forget what it was, like a year or two ago, I tried playing a Monster Hunter demo. The game just throws you in a fight, and then you're... Oh, yeah, this is the Rises game. The game just throws you in, and then you go to the pause menu to look at what the controls are, and then you're just bombarded by like 30 different button combos you can do for all these attacks and using your items and stuff, and it's just so complicated. Like, you need a full-on keyboard for this game. Like, this is not a console game. This is built for PC. Especially with the design of the monsters, you really need like PC graphics and power to run them. If I play a Monster Hunter game, I think I would prefer to play it on PC. Usually I prefer to play on console just because I like having all the buttons like together and in my hand, so I don't have to like look through the entire keyboard with my hands. Plus, if I can have gyro control, that really makes aiming really nice and feels very natural.
Watch out for the apex! Do not let it pass!
Angie Bear. It's Banjo. Banjo turned evil.
Going to last.
All right. Monster Hunter Rise. Do we have a release date?
Right away.
What?
We're here to offer assistance.
Am I supposed to know who these people are?
We must stop the calamity.
Calamity. Ooh. I like that. Just ooh, I like that. Even though I don't like Monster Hunter better
That was
as
the
a
latest trailer
game
for
franchise, but I
Monster
like that
Hunter
controller.
Rise from
I want that.
Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th.
March 26th, okay?
Please take a look.
That's
at
the
this.
day before the Banjo amiibo comes out, right? All right, so what do we got? Ooh, Mario Golf.
The fairway is open.
I know
once
people who are gonna be
again.
happy about this.
Tee off in the latest installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch.
All right.
Study the wind and terrain. Take your time to think things through.
Do we use it like we
Then
do on
swing.
Wii Golf? On the Wii Sports Golf? Do you use the... Do you get the Joy-Con and swing it like a
Familiar
golf
Mushroom
club?
Kingdom characters on courses filled with
I hope we
lush,
do.
natural scenery.
I really like it when you get to feel like you're in the game.
Features on the greens. Like
Yeah,
a
finally.
shot gauge to see
Now
if
all
your
we
shot
need,
will curve
all we need
through the
now,
slopes.
I'm not saying it's going to
Scan that
happen,
lets you examine a course's
but all we need
terrain.
now is another Mario Strikers.
These
I've never
features
played Mario
can help
Strikers,
you
but I've
ace
heard
your
nothing
shots.
but good things about it as an entire
In
franchise.
addition to
So
button controls,
I'm
you can
hoping
also
to get to
use
play it on the
motion
Switch.
by holding a Joy-Con controller like
The
a
Mario
golf
Tennis
club.
on the Switch was really fun too.
Gently swing the controller to have your character swing in the game, letting you easily enjoy the sensation of golfing.
Oh, we get to actually
On
run
top of
around.
all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf.
What is going on here? Is it you're supposed to like race to your ball and like
Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off
What
at
is
the
going
same
on
time,
here?
Then you'll race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going.
so do you also
Outpace
want to
your
try to
opponents
race?
Come out on top.
Like, do you get more
Golfing
points if you do
skills
it
aren't the
first or
only things
something?
to play. Make use of dashes and special
This is
shots
really
to
cool.
beat the competition. Oh, did we mention story mode? As a Mii character, you'll start out as a rookie and develop your golfing skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom
This is
characters.
really
Level up
cool,
with
actually.
experience points earned during matches.
I was thinking
Then
just like, oh,
allocate
Mario
them to
Golf.
different
I mean, that's kind of cool, but like,
allowing you to develop your character however you'd like.
I kinda
You
want
can
this
also
now.
Use your Mii in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test when Mario Golf Super Rush swings onto Nintendo Switch June 25th.
June 25th.
Pre-orders
Okay,
begin
might
on
be
Nintendo
delayed.
eShop after this
So-
presentation.
don't be too disappointed if it's delayed.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes, as well as the familiar
The story
golf
mode is
gameplay
back.
with
Wait,
easy-to-learn
back?
controls.
Was there a story mode in the previous one?
Please look forward
I've never played
to
any of
this
the Mario
game
Golf games. I only
Nintendo
played like
Switch.
Mario Tennis on the 64.
Let's
That's the
move
only
on to
Mario
more
sports game I
Nintendo
played
Switch
until
headlines.
like Mario Tennis on the Switch.
Check out these games coming to Nintendo Switch.
What do we got here?
Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese. And the
Never heard of this.
con artist Fiona as you
I like the
set out
art
to
style, though.
recover a mountain of cash. Set
It's like 3D, but it looks like
this game includes all 5 episodes.
those 80s
Build a classic
cartoon
Borderlands
movies like 5 Goes West.
Gangsters, Bandit Lords, and Vault Hunters are just a handful of the obstacles you'll
It's not
encounter
quite
in this
anime.
choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands launches
Like
on
if
Nintendo
5 Goes
Switch,
West
March
was made into a
24th.
video game for whatever reason after over 20 years,
Two of
I'd expect it
Capcom's
to kind of look like
most beloved
that.
arcade classics are
with
coming to
cartoony.
Nintendo Switch. Rewind gameplay.
Wasn't previous Mario Golf games?
Gameplay
Okay.
difficulty.
Some of them.
Select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free.
Another
And
arcade
purchase
collection?
game packs
Okay.
with Standalone Ghosts and
Ooh.
Goblins add-on to build your collection. Local co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches later today.
Oh, today. We got a today release.
Brains. As a
Sims?
zombie, you just can't get enough of them. In this action game from Aspire, you'll build your zombie
What is
horde and
this?
take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish your bodily
You play
arsenal
as the
with
zombie.
mushroom head, gut grenades, and more during your
Gut grenades.
This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the zombie, rebel without a pulse, eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That's kind of silly.
It's Travis Touchdown versus Assassin.
Travis.
Wait, aliens? Aliens have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this even the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. Here we go. As the Krask.
Wait, did he have did he have Joy-Cons in the back of his glove? Looked like he had Joy-Cons.
Top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents.
There's aliens attacking the planet, but you gotta go mowing people's lawns. Okay.
Their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat.
What was that enemy? Had like holes
You'll have access to a variety
or
of deadly
nipples.
skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is at stake, so get ready to kick some whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway, it'll all make
Whatever
sense
aliens have that you
with
can
No More
kick.
Heroes
Just
3
whatever it
lands
is.
on Earth. Or
We don't know if aliens have butts or not.
Nintendo Switch, August 27th. Exterminate demons in heaven.
Heaven?
As above,
What is this?
so below.
Some anime game? Because anime likes to mix demons and angels a lot.
To do someone's dirty work.
This looks like a meh game to me. You just run around and then shoot enemies. It's like a really fast-paced arcade shooter, it looks like.
It's killed.
And I'm not even sure if you control where you
It
go.
won't last long if you can't rely on yourself.
Okay.
God's
Arcade shooters are fun if you're a kid and you play for like half an hour while you're waiting for something. Like I've seen movie theaters that have arcades in them. Like if you're waiting for somebody else to finish their movie, you can play it for a bit, but I'm not going to spend like $20 or $60 on
Uncover
an
Heaven's
arcade
Mysteries
game.
in Neon White, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021.
Neon White, okay.
The DC superhero girls are here to save the day.
Hmm?
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. I'm always inventing
Wait.
new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and Bathook.
It's like DC heroes mixed with Barbie?
Super strong
Is that what this
and
is?
precision, plus super breath. And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields
I mean,
the
they had Wonder
lasso of
Woman.
truth. Along with
Okay.
our friends Green Lantern, Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not
The
just
voice
about
with
superheroes.
a superhero game
We also
just-
have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown.
Oh, and
with
then of
friends.
course, shopping.
Maybe
This is a
get
superhero
photos
game
on Superstar
for like
Plus while we're at it.
10-year-old girls, it looks like.
Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later. Uh-oh, something really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming. But
Like
when
this isn't
justice
Teen
calls,
Titans, that's
we're
just
gonna
like
answer
for
no
all
matter
kids
what.
or teenagers.
We've just
This is
gotta
like,
make sure no one figures out our secret
did you buy a
identities.
Switch for your 8-year-old girl? Okay, well,
DC
here's
Superhero
something a
Girls Team
superhero.
Power, heroically sourced onto Nintendo Switch, June 4th.
I mean, okay. Not for me, for sure.
Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
That looks familiar. Reminds me of Infected Mushroom. That band. Plants vs. Zombie? Zombie? Plants vs. Zombies! Oh, wait, what? A third-person shooter, Plants vs. Zombies. Interesting. Are they like trying to be Overwatch with Plants vs. Zombies? That's what this looks like. Except third person, not first person. Unless that's an option. I never expected this from Plants vs. Zombies. But we didn't even get the actual Plants vs. Zombies game on the Switch, did we? Did that ever come out on the Switch? I don't think we ever got normal Plants vs. Zombies on the Switch. Are we gonna get it? Like, are they gonna say like, and we get Plants No normal Plants vs Zombies on the Switch.
Anyone can. Band together on a quest to face
Another Mii
evil
game.
and
Finally, we
save
get. I like the games that focus around the Miis.
Utopia's
I like being able to
coming
use
Nintendo
them.
Switch.
We're getting more focus on the Miis
Characters
again.
In various roles across the kingdom.
Oh wait, are we getting more Mii
Your
designs?
favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure.
Okay. I mean,
There's also a
the
new
makeup and
feature.
stuff. This would be cool if they
Let you
actually
go
did this
wild
for the
with your
Miis
Mii
themselves
creations
instead of just in the
and make it
game.
more fabulous.
Just like make the Miis
In the world
have
of
all this
Miitopia,
stuff, but then let you use them in this game
Consider
when
spending
with
some
those extra
quality time
designs.
with allies to strengthen bonds.
Because then you're gonna make all these Miis inside this game, but then you can't play as them in Smash Brothers or other games.
If your relationship
Miiverse 2 remastered. No, this is. Forget what it was. There was some DS game like this, where you get to like make these different characters and then write a story.
Ally? That sounds pretty darn good. Care for
Pretty
it,
barn
it'll lend
good.
a hand or poof in battle. Venture with
Like
friends
a
and familiar
Mii
faces
character
in a lighthearted
RPG.
romp
Is that what this is?
Coming
Miitopia.
soon
Yeah,
to
that's right.
Switch
That's what it
May
was.
21st. Pre-orders begin today. On
Is this the
Nintendo
exact same
eShop.
game that was on the 3DS, or is it? I think they're adding more stuff. I don't remember the makeup stuff being on the other one.
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
Oh, Mario.
Super Mario
Luigi.
Brothers 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items like the Super
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items. So place them however and wherever you'd like.
Are we gonna get any Mario villagers? Like Koopa? Can we get a Koopa villager?
Then use them to travel between locations on your
That's
island.
nice. I like that.
Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom?
That's nice.
A free update for the game launches February 25th.
Yeah.
After downloading it, Super Mario Brothers
cool.
items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st.
Koopa villagers?
Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing
Koopa
Twitter account
villagers?
for the latest information.
No? Are they gonna just release that without telling us? Because I like getting. I think it's gonna be cool to have villagers from other games. Like in New Leaf, there was Zelda villagers. Like you had a pig, a blue pig that was Ganon. You had Wolf Link, I think.
As part of the Super Mario
And a couple others, I forget what they were.
35th anniversary events. Please
Yep,
wait
35th
a bit
anniversary.
longer for their release. Speaking of which, last week we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D
Mm-hmm.
World plus Bowser's Fury game.
I still haven't
I
played
hope you enjoyed
played through the
that
Bowser Fury
Mario
yet. I want to do
adventure
that
as
though.
well.
I got the game downloaded.
Next, we have another game to show you.
To each their own convictions. What is this? Octopath? Is this another Octopath? This looks like Octopath. That art style of the characters looks like Octopath. Is that what this is? 3 of them. 3 being balanced. This looks like Octopath, like a new sequel. Is that what this is?
He leaves us no recourse. Swords!
Yep. Yep.
Today.
Are these the wages of loyalty?
I really like the art style of Octopath. You like the pixel characters from like Super Nintendo, and then you got like this nice blur. Yeah, see that? The water sparkling, like everything else looks very realistic, and they add the depth with the blur. I really like the art style of these games.
I promise to do all in my power.
And the
to
music,
get through this
too.
Safely, every last one of us.
Triangle strategy.
Far,
Okay.
far away lies the continent of Norzilia.
Sort of like a 3 houses sort of thing, like you get to pick one of 3.
And limited deposits of salt
Mhm.
and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict. known
Resource
as the
wars.
Salt-Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an
Salt-Iron
unholy
War.
truce, decades later, the
Okay.
flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
People fighting over stuff.
Remains. us.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers
Conspiracies.
that would orchestrate their downfall.
Sounds like real life.
Benefit, you say?
People fighting, people making up conspiracy theories about each other.
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and
Oh, okay. So it's not just a turn
Range
base.
can be extended by attacking from higher ground with
I forget what this
long-range weapons
style of game is
such as
called. It's like a board game almost.
Thus, your forces can use the terrain and other elements to gain the upper hand.
Board game like chess or
Enemy
something.
outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Okay. So if you surround them, then both of your
Charge
characters
into
will
an enemy
attack.
to send them
Interesting.
Flying into position for a follow-up attack.
The art style just always looks good in
Attacks
these.
Together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic. It is of the utmost importance
the resolution
to survey
without-
the battlefield before
Let's
taking
see.
action.
Well, this
Situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively,
that's
your
better.
decisions
Okay.
will establish your
wasn't sure if that was going to affect stream.
affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you...
I should have started up 1080p. Oh well.
Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by
Do you get to
vote
affect the
on
story this way
scales
then?
of Conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies.
I've always liked the
towards
idea of being able to
taking
change how the story ends up in a game.
The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
There we
So they
go.
refuse to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what
This
true
adds a lot of
might
replayability
is.
because you have so many different paths you can possibly take.
Project Triangle Strategy, a brand new tactical RPG.
Working title, okay.
Will launch in 2022.
So they might change the title of it.
Be on the lookout for more information in the future.
Next year. Okay.
After this presentation.
Next year. Okay, so I thought
demo
this was going to be
version
all
of
games that were coming out the
will be
first half of
available
this
to
year.
download on
I guess not.
Nintendo
Okay.
eShop. And in the future, we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing.
Which means
your
we could get
responses
other games that
on
aren't coming
demo.
out really soon announced or more details.
Please look forward to future updates on this brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
What do we got?
Calling all hunters.
A bunch of
You have what
ports?
it takes.
Lego game? Is this a Lego game? Nope, just Star Wars. Okay. I haven't played many Star Wars games. I had like the Pod Racer I played back when it was still new, and then it was like one of the Battlefront games on the PlayStation 2 I played a bit with a friend.
Star Wars Hunters.
The 35th anniversary stuff, please. Yes, like Metroid and Zelda. Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Just give the exact same treatment as the Mario collection.
All right, let's do this.
Wait,
Do I look at you or the camera?
what is this?
Knockout City interviews, take one.
We all play for different reasons. Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades
We got a WoW
A
orc,
princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck
I don't know who
in
she
some
is.
tower waiting for a
or the other guy.
hero.
In my line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Is it Call of Duty?
Longsword, blade of
What is this?
doom. Just once, I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple. Korgan want new weapon. In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can
This is a crossover kind of game? It's on Switch, of course. What is this? Another Splatoon kind of game?
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
I like her. Huh. This is gonna be a game where you need co-op. Like you need to talk to your teammates. This is gonna be a fun game to play with friends.
Dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our characters?
You're not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a
Okay, costumes. It's pretty typical in games now. Games like this.
What? Interview's over? Oh, come on, man, one more game.
Okay. We'll see how that looks later. I might try that out. If it's like a free to play, maybe I'll try it.
The fight for survival starts now.
Don't know what this is.
Cause you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park. The 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate.
This kind of looks like that Game Freak game called Town. It's kind of what it reminds me of.
Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful.
Okay, so it's a 2.5D game.
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with the group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's
Not for
End
me.
Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th. Wield the powers of Olympus.
Hades?
Physical
I thought this-
release of Hades.
Oh, physical release.
The critically
Okay.
acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch. This version comes with a couple of extras to assist you on your journey out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
It's
Oh, the
packed with
soundtrack.
2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant
I haven't played these games, but I've heard nothing but good for them.
all by
About them.
Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating
I'm not
action
much of a
paired with
dungeon
compelling
crawler
story.
kind of person. I think that's what this is
Escape the
called.
underworld again, or for the first
Is that what
time
genre this
with
is
a
called?
physical
Dungeon
version of
crawler?
Hades on March 19th.
I'm not familiar with every genre of games.
3 deadly action games, 1 masterful collection. Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Oh, Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. And Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed
Okay.
Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
We got a Master Collection.
You are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a
Nintendo knows it's the 35th anniversary for some franchises. They know.
each offering a
We
playstyle
got a
with
collection
different
right
set of
here that's not Nintendo.
along with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies.
I've never played these
Quickly
games
your
before.
opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos. And team up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny.
Destiny.
All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo
Okay.
Switch.
We got some summer games coming. No, that's late spring.
More battles
Hyrule
are coming
Warriors?
to Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
What do we got? DLC? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Zelda news. Characters from other... We get... Robbie and... what's her name? I didn't have time to read all that. So we're getting Robbie and whatever, I forget what her name is, as fighters.
Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals.
Okay, not a game for me. I'm not a big fan of the cartoony, everyone has a giant head kind of art style like that.
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy
I liked Pokemon Let's Go, but I didn't like the art style where they gave everyone giant heads.
Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can
I'm not really a fan of everyone being a bobblehead.
An updated demo is also available. The latest installment in the legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes
There we
to
go.
life.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within.
I know my brother really likes the original Ghost and Goblin
play is
games.
Also available for the first time. Help
I think there's one on
Arthur
the
in his quest
Nintendo,
with one of
the
his
NES and the
supporting
Super NES.
Barry for defense, carry for transportation.
That's all I know
Archie
about
for
the
riches.
franchise.
Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available now. on
All right.
Nintendo
Looks like it's staying very true to the original series. Looks like something could be on smartphone with those types of animations.
Captivating journeys. Saga Frontier has
Square
been
Enix.
remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus.
I like that
Saga
old
Frontier
80s art
Remastered
style
is
for
intended
anime.
Not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
It's a lot more detailed.
Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch.
Apex on Switch.
Free-to-play Battle Royale features a growing roster of powerful contenders named Legends, strategic combat, cross-platform play, and more. All players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new
Just
Legendary
add gyro to every shooter on the Switch, please. If it's going to be on the Switch, you can't not have gyro. It just...
For the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch. Fight for fortune, fame, and glory.
I don't know why gyro isn't standard now for every Switch game, but some games, I think, was it Fortnite that doesn't have gyro controls?
There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we
Little
hope you'll
more.
stick with us.
Are you going to have the... Wait, we have one more thing. Are you going to do that at the end? What do we got? Anuma! Anuma!
I'm Eiji Aonuma,
Aonuma!
producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about
What we
the
got? What do we
sequels
got?
of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now,
Okay.
we'll have to ask you to wait just a
Information
bit.
planned this year.
While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch.
This Zelda game. Collection? Remaster? What do we got? What do we got? Skyward Sword! Skyward Sword! Yes! Skyward Sword HD! Yes! I am playing this. Yes, yes, yes. 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 I was thinking of streaming this game on the Wii, but then I was waiting like, are we gonna get it on HD? Yes, I'm playing this on as soon as it comes out. When does it come out? When?
What you've
June?
just
May?
seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system,
Yes.
the controls here are smoother and even more
Yes,
intuitive.
the controls are smoother. Yes.
And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold
Yes.
Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword.
Uh-huh.
Swing
Yep.
it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Oh, okay. That's kind of thinking they'd be able to do that with a control stick, but I wasn't sure.
Stick down when you want to swing the sword downward.
Okay.
To swing to the right, to the left,
all right,
or diagonally.
So it's not limited to only people who have this main Switch console. Okay, that's cool.
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers.
Switch, yes!
The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield motif.
Yeah!
Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
This is going to be a big seller. Yes.
Skyward Sword HD launches.
This is what I wanted. This game released for the 25th anniversary, and it's released in HD for the 35th anniversary. This is exactly what I thought Nintendo should do, and they did it.
Designed Joy-Con controllers
I didn't predict it. I just thought that would be cool.
Many of you may already know this, but
I'm happy right now.
Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the
Wild. Yeah, I did call it.
And it was still following the established
I didn't even read your comment just now.
However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations.
I didn't expect the Joy-Cons though. I mean, it makes sense. They do have a Zelda controller. Yeah, they did the gold controllers on the Switch, on the Wii. Yeah, that's right. So it makes sense for them to do it again on the Switch.
Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well. Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
I will pay full price for this. I will pay full price for it.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Metroid, please. Metroid Prime Trilogy.
It includes intuitive motion controls and
that's all we need, just a Metroid game, even if we're not going to get Metroid Prime 4 for another 2 years.
The next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
Please, Metroid. 35th anniversary, Metroid. What is this? What is this? It's not Metroid. Splatoon? Splatoon 3? What? DLC? Braided hair. A 2D game? Is this a 2.5D game? An event? Is this a separate game? Is this Splatoon 3? What is this? Okay, so we're traveling somewhere. This definitely looks like an adventure game. I don't think this is DLC. I think this is an entirely new game. What is this? What is this? All right, so we're gonna get multiplayer too? What are we gonna get? Wait, we're in the sky? What? All right. Wait, crab. Back to the ink. Next year. Yeah.
What you've just
For Switch
seen
Pro?
is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in
Come on.
development,
One more thing.
and we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Is it really all? It is. No Metroid, but Skyward Sword HD and Splatoon 3. Wait, did we get a release date for Skyward Sword HD? Did it show a release date? I forget. We still have time, though. We could get a Metroid Prime trilogy, like, released later this year. It didn't get announced yet. I'm still hoping for it. All right. That was an adrenaline rush. What is my heart rate now? And my heart rate's actually kind of slow. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm feeling right now. We have Skyward Sword HD coming. I'm playing that for sure. It's gonna be. I just want so many Wii games to be in HD and 1080p. Breathe in. This is going to be a good year. We still got time. I feel like I'm too hyped right now to be disappointed about no Metroid. I am hoping for a Metroid next Direct. I'm happy with the Smash Fighter. I'm definitely going to play Pyra when she comes out. Pyra and Mythra. We'll see how... She's probably going to get, like, the damage thing. Like, once she takes enough damage, then she turns into Mythra, like the other characters that transform. Okay. I wonder if they'll add anything to the Skyward Sword HD. I know they're definitely, because in Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, they added very small things. They changed the some of the art, like they added some stuff in the background, or not necessarily background, but like on some of the walls, they added art that wasn't there on the Wii version, in the Wii U version of Twilight Princess. And they added like one extra item, and then on Wind Waker, they added the little bottles You could use a camera to take pictures of yourself, and then people could find your bottles in the ocean, and you could pick it up and then see the pictures that you took. That was a good direct. There's one thing I didn't get, but the other stuff made up for it for sure. I already got Banjo, so there's no major hopes that I have for fighters in the moment for fighter, since I've already got that. The one thing I wanted the most, so I'm not too disappointed about another anime sword fighter in Smash. But we'll see how well she plays, and when we get more details about her, because we didn't get Sakurai like saying a bunch of details about how Pyra and Mythra are gonna play like we have for other fighters. So we'll probably get like a Smash Direct whenever, like soon before she's released. No Breath of the Wild 2 news. Well, kind of. We got Breath of the Wild 2 news. We got news that we will get news later this year. Which, to me, that sounds like they want us to know that they're still working on it and that we could get the game released soon. Maybe. It could be a holiday release this year, or it could be released on the anniversary of the first Breath of the Wild for early next year. That's my guess. But yeah, we didn't get like any visuals or anything about the game itself. We just sort of got news about the news. Just the developers talking about it. So like we got from Metroid Prime being delayed, or just that Metroid Prime is being made at all. But we still have some visuals of the game when it was first announced. So we still have more information about Breath of the Wild 2 than we do of Metroid Prime 4. We still haven't seen visually anything about Metroid Prime 4. I wasn't expecting Metroid Prime 4 news. I was hoping for Metroid Prime trilogies, just so we have something to work with while we're waiting for Metroid Prime 4. Because I don't want Metroid Prime 4 to be rushed. Yeah, hopefully they don't rush it, for sure. Breath of the Wild 2 or Metroid Prime 4. Either of them. They will be able to make Breath of the Wild 2 sooner, I think, just because they're using the same engine, similar to Majora's Mask, that use the same engine as Ocarina of Time. I think Majora's Mask came out like a year or two after Ocarina of Time on the 64. Okay,